Good morning, Kenyans. Actually, I'm really glad that I have another opportunity to come and share with you this morning. I think this is a wonderful program, a program that is unique in its own way. It's designed to give us a lift on Friday mornings and to give us some nuggets that we can take into our weekend and also just to help us in our journey of life. The topic we're dealing with today is not a topic that is strange to anybody because every one of us at one time or another becomes stuck. We get stuck because of circumstances. We get stuck, as Dr. Wale was saying, because of our own thinking. There are many things that bring us to that place of being stuck. And what I want to talk about this morning is not so much about being stuck, but about getting unstuck. Because being stuck is one side of a two-sided coin. The other side is overcoming. How can you be an overcomer? I want to talk to us about how you can be an overcomer. All of us go through this. But the question is, how do we excel and overcome the challenges that we face? Now, you know that when you're in Standard 1, you must overcome that challenge before you go to Standard 2. You can then say that challenges actually are there to help us grow. We overcome a challenge to go to a higher level of experience. I want to make a confession to you this morning. I get bored at funerals. Recently, I was at a funeral of a relative of mine, and the funeral was going on, and people were giving the usual speeches and having what I thought was a normal funeral ceremony. And it was very hot, and I was sitting there feeling, I was not dressed appropriately, and I was beginning to wonder, how long is this going to go on? And as I sat there, I got distracted, and I looked over to the right-hand side, and there I saw a goat. A goat. A goat was tied to a post. And it was a very interesting picture because this goat was just a few feet or a few meters away from a bush that he was trying to reach and to be able to eat the leaves from. And I watched this goat struggling because it was tied to this post. And you'd see it standing up on its hind legs, going back down. It goes around this post, it comes back. I don't know if goats think, but I was almost seeing the mind of this goat saying, how am I going to overcome this obstacle to get to where I need to go? This goat seemed to have the capacity. It had the vision. It could actually see what it needed to achieve, but it couldn't go there because it was tied to this tree or to this post. My question to you is, what is it that is tying you? What is holding you back? The things that hold us back are many, and they're very real. We are held back sometimes by emotional issues. You may have some emotional scars, something from your childhood, maybe something from a broken relationship, something that is actually causing you heartache and then not allowing you to be able to move forward from where you are. You also may be tied down by a psychological issue. Psychological issues are real. How you think, the anger. Maybe there's issues that you're dealing with that you need help with. Those are real ropes that hold people back. Number 3, it could be a physical issue, an impediment, a disability. Sometimes we are held back by real issues like an accident that caused us to have a physical problem. But we're also held back by spiritual issues. We have spiritual impediments, things that we need to deal with. So what I'm saying here in these few minutes that I have is that it is not unusual to be held back by a rope. But the issue of life is not about falling into this situation, but how to get out, how to be an overcomer. I wish I could unpackage every one of the situations that you're faced with, but I'm going to give you 3 simple points, 3 things that to me can cut across pretty much any situation. Of course, we cannot go into depth, but there are 3 things that I call the 3 powers of freedom. The 3 powers of freedom. Power number 1 is the power of desire. What is it that you desire? It is so possible that you have been tied around that tree, going around it, until the desire of your heart is simply to pay the bills of today. Maybe it is just to deal with the food of now. And if I were to ask you, what is it that you really want? Maybe your eyes have been closed because of the challenges. I want to challenge you this morning to lift up your eyes, lift up your head, look beyond yourself and ask yourself, if I did not have this rope, if I did not have money as an issue, if there were no obstacles in my life, what would I want? So many of us go through life without a dream because we've allowed ourselves to die inside and to simply live for the moment. The desire of your heart is the fuel to your passion. And passion is what drives you to your destiny. What do you desire? Number 2 is the power of belief. Power of belief. Someone once said that what the mind can conceive and believe, the mind can achieve. Do you really believe that you deserve something better? Do you believe that you can get out of the situation that you're in? Do you believe that there's something bigger for you than what you have at the moment? Many of us have come to the place that, yes, maybe we have desires, but the experiences of life, the experience of going around this tree, the experience of trying to get those leaves or whatever it is that you can see and you're not able to get a hold of, has brought you to a place where you feel that I don't really deserve, don't really believe anymore. The power of desire, the power of belief. And number 3 is the power of decision. These are the 3 powers. Are you prepared to take a step? Not just believing in your mind, but to do something about it. The power of decision says that I believe enough that I'm going to get myself out of this situation. I may need some help. And the thing holding me back may be a habit. It may be a situation that is very real and very hard. But a decision is the thing that unlocks the door to reality. The power of decision. I believe that you were made for much more than this place right here. You were made for something much bigger than what you're finding yourself in. Raise your head up. Desire something. Believe that you deserve it and you can get out of the situation. Make a decision that today I'm going to take a step towards that. God bless you.